Thank you. We may all take our seats. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kaduna State, the distinguished Senator Ubasani, Her Excellency, the former First Lady of Kaduna State, Hajia Hadiza Ismail El-Rufai, the Chief of Staff to the Governor of Kaduna State, honorable commissioners that are present here, honored dignitaries and esteemed guests, a very beautiful morning and a warm welcome to this remarkable day. It is the Kaduna Book and Art Festival 2024. It is with great pleasure and excitement that we are gathered here this morning to celebrate the beauty and the richness of creativity at its best. Now, on behalf of the entire organizers of the Kabafest 2024, I would like to appreciate everyone that is here this morning. Thank you for joining us in this journey of inspiration. My name is MC Debbie Pwajok, and I'm honored to serve as your anchor for this lovely occasion. Without further ado, Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I will now welcome the Director of Book Boss Foundation to please come forward and give us a welcome address. Ms. Lola Shoneyi, please help me put your hands together and appreciate her as she comes forward.
I stand on existing protocol. We are back, Kaduna. And we missed you. And we know you missed us too, because you let us know through your emails, your phone calls, and the way you elegantly slid into our DMs. There was one particular message that we received from a resident of Kaduna State called Hikmatla. I quote, "My team and I are thinking of putting together a petition to the government of Kaduna State. The impact and importance of Kabafest cannot be overlooked, and we believe now is the time to fan the ever-flickering flames of creativity in the minds of the youth." End of quote. This is how the people of Kaduna State were pressing my neck. And as they were doing so, I was pressing the neck of our biggest champion, architect and author Hadiza Ismail El-Rufai. She reached out to His Excellency, who had just resumed office, and before long, Senator Ubasani signaled his support for the liveliest, the most invigorating literary gathering in northern Nigeria. Thank you, Your Excellency. Kabafest means so much to so many people in Kaduna State, and it is both an honor and a privilege to be part of this event. Sir, we do not take your trust in us for granted. It would be remiss of me to speak to you all today without mentioning a sad occurrence that took place a little over a year ago. On the 18th of March, 2023, we received the news that esteemed author Laboyari, who wrote the first English language novel in northern Nigeria, had passed away at the age of 81. Those who attended the welcome ceremony of the very first edition of Kabafest in 2017 will remember that we presented him with the Lifetime Achievement Award for his contributions to Nigerian literature. We have prepared a short tribute, so I ask that you hold him in your thoughts as you watch.
I believe not all of us, all of our people have got the national conscience. Now, democracy in real sense, in the real sense of the word, can't be applied in Africa, at least at this moment. But gradually, I know, because I believe before democracies can really be established in Africa, all of the people must, at least all of them, I mean, individual, must understand what is democracy, and that is only necessary when they have education, and knowing that not all people in Africa have got the normal education to understand democracy, then I believe it won't.
It will take time.
It will take time because before it can be established.
Thank you. So one of the most joyous days of my year is when I join our chief host in welcoming distinguished guests, friends, and our generous supporters and sponsors. What makes it so special is that it presents us with another opportunity to remind ourselves of why we are here. Kabafest was not created to become a spatial monument. It was established to support those who are too often neglected. As an author, publisher, and cultural activist, I want to remind everyone here that creativity requires nurturing. Creative people need a sense of community, publications, and platforms where they can showcase their works, and in doing so, inspire others. You see, when creative people slog through months and years of stitching words together, painting or filmmaking, it is life-affirming when they can gather together with like-minded individuals to express themselves, to network, and to commune. This is when growth takes place. This is how creative talent is uncovered and passed on from generation to generation. I am grateful for Kabafest because it has presented me with opportunities to meet outstanding creatives. Just a few weeks ago, Lee Satterfield, the US Minister for Education and Cultural Affairs, visited our facilities in Lagos. They asked me to put together a small event. I immediately saw this as a way of introducing our guests to one of the most important talents of her generation. We contacted Deborah Johnson, a Kaduna poet, and flew her to Lagos to perform for them. They were so blown away by her work that they immediately started talking about inviting her to one of the most prestigious international writing programs in the world. About a year before that, a French organization asked me to suggest names of dancers for a creative program in Mali. I sent them the details of the most hardworking dancer I know, Kaduna's own Ochai Ogaba. He spent 6 weeks with them and has now become a frequent visitor to Mali, where he gets to connect with international artists who no doubt broaden his horizons. When I was listed by the Financial Times of London as one of the 25 most influential women of 2023, I promised myself that I would do more to promote and celebrate creatives from the lesser-known regions of Nigeria. I don't know what it is about Kaduna that produces these quiet pools of excellent talent that thrives despite obvious challenges, but I am grateful for the access that you have given me into your world. Long may it continue. Now, let me tell you a little about what we have in store for you. As usual, this year's program will showcase art, music, poetry, literature, and film. We will be presenting you with riveting panel discussions, which will be hosted by the moderators you already know, such as Kadria Ahmed, Mariam Laushi, and Fatima Zara Umar, and many new voices like Abdul Jabbar Musa Aliu and Najatu Garba Ahmed, who have spent the last few weeks preparing for the next few days when they will tease out critical insights from the experts and the specialists that we have invited to speak. At Kabafest, our discussions cover a broad range of topics because we never shy away from the issues that are complex and uncomfortable. How will we grow? How will we understand one another better, if not by pushing ourselves to dialogue about the issues that impact our lives? How will we learn to listen to one another and cultivate tolerance and understanding? How will we fix our blind spots, if not by creating safe spaces where we can be open about the concerns that we experience in our individual journeys? From mental health in northern Nigeria, women in leadership, diversity in Kannywood, climate change, faith, to consolidating the artistic legacy of northern Nigeria, we will engage respectfully so that we leave this festival more knowledgeable and better equipped to face the complex world that we occupy. We shall present exciting book chats where you will get to hear from some of Africa and the world's most beloved authors, writers like Abubakar Adam Ibrahim, Bisi Ajapon, Iwanose Odafe, Umar Abubakar Sidi, and Richard Ali will tell us about their latest offerings in events hosted by old hands and, of course, new talents like Khadija Yusra Sanusi, who is here with us despite celebrating her wedding less than a fortnight ago. This year, we're introducing 2 film chats where we will have the privilege of watching and discussing Hawa Shafi Nuhu's seminal award-worthy documentary, and then a more personal documentary made by Hawa Saleh, who will walk us through her journey with long COVID. These events will be hosted by eminent journalists Abdul Karim Baba Aminu and Rona Maya. I would like to remind you that we have 2 feasts in store for you. What is Kabafest without Balango? We are grateful for the 4 hefty rams which have been generously donated by His Excellency. And I want to encourage other members of the cabinet, if you have rams, we are here, we want them, we'll be grateful. And then we have the pleasure of acquainting you with the culinary delights of the United Arab Emirates in our food tasting event. We will also be hosting a special reception for women in the publishing ecosystem in northern Nigeria, This event, which was sponsored by Sheikh Bador Al Qasimi of the Emirate of Sharjah, UAE, will take place in the Machido room upstairs today at 5:30. She has asked me to extend her warmest greetings to you all, and she looks forward to welcoming women from northern Nigeria into the Publish Her network. Before you ask, the answer is yes. In line with our tradition, we will be hosting a Hausa language panel discussion about Kannywood with speakers like Ado Gidan Gabino. Nollywood will not be left behind either, because we will get to engage with Segun Arinze, Chelsea Eze, and Uzi Usman after the screening of that thought-provoking film called Rebellion. This is not an order, but do not miss the poetry and music night, where several poets will join the captivating Alhan Islam, who first graced the Kabafest stage in 2017. The poetry performances will be followed by music from Nameng, a new vocal sensation in northern Nigeria. It is important to note that Kabafest is about knowledge sharing and the transfer of best practice in the different areas of creative endeavor. I am incredibly grateful to Helon Habila, Abubakar Ibrahim, Amin Bawa Allah, Rona Maya, and Bisi Ajapon, who all taught classes which were attended by aspiring creatives from northern Nigeria. I want to specially thank these resource persons for their generosity and their time yesterday. None of this would be possible without the support of the Kaduna State government. This festival is one of the things that sets Kaduna State apart from all the others. How many citizens in Nigeria can boast that their state government devotes funds to the development and sustainability of the arts? And this is why at every opportunity, as I travel the globe, I tell everyone who will listen that there is a fabulous book festival in a place called Kaduna in northern Nigeria. It is critical that we spread this good news and bring some balance to the horrific coverage that the Western media carries about northern Nigeria. I want to thank all the guests who have made their way here from different parts of the globe. I salute you for giving us your time and coming all this way to share your stories with us. I would like to send a special shout out to Helon Habila, who despite his commitments in Washington, D.C., and of course Berlin, because he is co-curating the Berlin Festival this year, he has traveled here to Kaduna to join the ranks of Laboyari 2017, Zainab Alkali 2018, Ahmed Yerima 2019, and Audi Giwa 2022, all recipients of the Kabafest Lifetime Achievement Award. I would like to thank the amazing young women on my team who worked tirelessly for months to produce this festival that you are witnessing today. In particular, I would like to single out Ayomide Oshuluyi, who handles logistics, Tobe Ayachebelu, who manages the administration of the festival, and Oyeshola Oloyede, who has been creating all that wonderful online content that we have been enjoying for months. I want to thank the staff of Stonehenge who look after our guests with such dedication. I also want to express my gratitude to the Kaduna-based partners such as Awal Salisu, Jida Maman, Ola Kindeinde, who give us the support we need to present a successful festival. And of course, I thank Sheung, the head of media, who handles the live stream. And this is his 5th time at Kabafest. He's been with us on every single occasion. And of course, I want to thank you, the attendees, who bring the vibe and the ginger. It is for you that we keep coming back. We feel your love, and it is your embrace that carries us from the moment we leave Kaduna to the next time that we see you again. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ms. Lola Shoneyi. Please, a round of applause one more time for her. The director, Book Boss Foundation. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at this moment, I am delighted to invite and welcome on stage a wordsmith. He is someone whose words, I assure you, will inspire you, will paint vivid pictures in your heart, and they will also stir deep emotions. Distinguished guests, please help me put your hands together as I welcome Mr. Bello Abdullahi for a poetry. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good morning, everyone. So I'm here to present a poem titled Yara Mala Abdullahi. Da muke yara, we traded smiles at noon, kamar charbin malam. Kids wandering aimlessly at the curiosity of living, forming dust clouds of jitters. This was a time our attention span had seizures, a mixture of rebellion and rushing G. We had the world to conquer. On Eids, who dared mention Gajia, when energy was just a concept of earthly science? Mu 'ya'yan taurari ne. We harbored the galaxies. Hunger, always crawling at our feet, a timeless being. Nothing could satisfy us. Kay, Zona, you never saw it coming. Missiles of knocks from elders, reparations for being mutinous. Master Tauran Kay, they were demigods with full autonomy. They had tentacles that squeezed you with love. Also, they said, Daukunamu were war zones with fallen skyscrapers of unattended clothes, unweeded beds. Baba always said, Hook was irin azamaini, dabbobi kawai. Where else do you see an army of creatives as abundant as silicon? We were a den of wanderers, scavenging the vast pieces of how the world worked. Al-Majri definitely had nothing on us. We shared birthdays like festivals, bringing a community of happy children, feasting on jokes and cakes, photographs of our eagerness to attack the different flavors. We were these confettis of happy feet, sticking to those who didn't mind us around. The fluency of our joy was outstanding. When Samartaka was a boiling pot of madness and Soyaya seemed like an emergency everyone needed, anesthesia was a drug of peer groups we all shared in. Our egos were sometimes on the edge of edgy cliffs. They fell off occasionally. It was a time of laziness when laziness embroidered us with designs of being grown. Chores were the devil's fingers. A'udhu billah from such filth. Ugh. But it was a time we found God and became artisans with books, touring Majlisam Malamay, suckling little crumbs of wisdom we could find. We wanted to change the world. We wanted to change the universe. Dunia Ratama Nakadam. There is a chant. Yarana will share these moments connected to the roots, Haratat Okuni, genomics of wonder and family, a whirlpool of imperfections and sincerity. I'll take them down memory lane, how the love we shared was the root cause of magic. There is a chance they will keep some for themselves and decide to make some. So we become a collage of immortals where death only makes us one bloodline of nobles with accidents called memories. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that poetry recitation. Distinguished guests, at this moment, we are going to take goodwill message. And it gives me great pleasure to invite on stage to come for the goodwill message, Mr. Garba Mohammed. He is the Executive Director of Alternative Bank Limited. Please, a round of applause for him as he comes forward. We are going to take, distinguished guests, we're going to focus our attention now on the multimedia screen as we take a video clip, please. Thank you very much.
Good morning, distinguished guests. I extend my greetings on behalf of the Alternative Bank. My name is Garba Mohammed. I wish I could be with you all in person at the Kaduna Book and Arts Festival this year. However, I'm grateful for this opportunity to share a few words with you through this video. First and foremost, I want to express our deepest gratitude to the organizers of the Kabafest for their tireless effort in promoting literature, art, and culture in Nigeria. Events like these are essential in nurturing creativity and fostering a vibrant artist community. At the Alternative Bank, we are proud to support Nigerian creatives and arts. We believe that art and culture play a vital role in shaping our society and enriching our lives. That's why we have committed ourselves to be a champion for arts, providing avenues for artists to thrive and showcasing their incredible talent that Nigeria has to offer. Our partnership with the Kaduna Books and Arts Festival is just one example of our dedication to supporting the creative industries. Through our support, we aim to empower artists, writers, musicians, and performers to reach their full potentials. We believe that by investing in the creative community, we can create a brighter future for Nigeria and inspire generations to come. I encourage everyone attending the festival to immerse yourself in the beauty of art and literature, explore new perspectives, engage in meaningful conversations, and celebrate the creativity that surrounds us. To the artists and creators participating in this year's festival, remember that your work has the power to inspire, educate, and transform lives. Keep pushing boundaries, challenging norms, and sharing your unique voices with the world. On behalf of the Alternative Bank, I extend my best wishes for a successful and reaching Kaduna Book and Arts Festival. May it be a celebration of creativity, imagination, and cultural exchange. Thank you and enjoy the festival.
Thank you very much, sir, for that goodwill message. At this moment, it gives me great pleasure to bring up and invite on stage a distinguished author and prose capture. Please give applause as I invite Mr. Abubakar Adam Ibrahim as he comes for the prose reading.
Okay. Good morning. Nigeria has gifted the world many things. Talented musicians, fabulous, amazing writers, some of which are here, and one of the most inventive use of the English language. All protocols duly observed. There was another riot in Kafanchan, the night Ture got pregnant with an elephant. This had happened 5 years before, on the eve of the elections. She would remember the day because she had seen Musa Taylor the day before, had seen his wife too that evening, and had listened as the woman threatened to deal with her for opening her dirty 32 at her husband. She had wished the ground would open and swallow her as the woman's voice rose, as her customers bowed their heads until one of them had stood up, stared down the jealous, raging woman, and ordered her out, or else. Ture had returned home that night and felt a sharp prick on her leg, but could not find any injury or what could have caused the pain. If there hadn't been a curfew then, she probably would have seen a doctor about the discomforts. Her leg was well on the way to bloating when she discovered a small tortoise with strips of red and black cloth tied to its hind legs, wandering around her backyard. Ture had carried it, untied the strips, and put it in a plastic container, much to the surprise of her niece, who was staying with her at the time. "It's Juju," the girl had cried in horror, craning her leg to look while keeping her body as far away as she could. Ignoring her, Ture had fed it cabbages, smiling as it munched away, slowly, as if the very act of eating was a necessary pain for it. During the curfews that followed, she found herself talking to the creature as its wrinkled head peeked from underneath its shell. It was a good listener and never gossiped. Rumors in Kafenchen were often like weeds in a garden, spreading indiscriminately. These weeds grew like vines that crawled into her ear, blooming into tales of Taylor's wife planting charms on Ture's threshold. So even though she didn't know what gender the tortoise was, she named it Martin Taylor in honor of her former would-be potential lover's wife. She watched it grow over the years, years in which her legs bloated. The doctors could diagnose nothing. The herbalists could not cure it. She never had anything to do with Taylor, not even a word, not even after his wife died over a year before. But in the years since, she had come to think of her diseased leg as a pregnancy. Whatever was growing in her leg had better be a baby elephant because it weighed as much. If it turned out to be anything less, she had sworn, half laughing, that she would murder it herself. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that prose reading. In the same vein, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, I will call the very talented Miss Deborah Johnson to please come forward for her poetry performance. A round of applause for her, please.
Hi. Oh, okay. This is an oddly positioned mic. All protocols duly observed. I will say that as well. Yeah, I'd like if we could all just listen, and I hope this means something to you. Somewhere in my homeland, 96 fallen angels are trapped on earth. Wings clipped, brains washed, bodies shifted from girl to teenager to mother. Breeding factories. 15th of April 2014, 276 mostly Christian girls were stolen by terrorists from the one place sworn to protect them, school. The kidnappers themselves were victims, boys as young as 12. Violence indoctrinated into their veins, rendering them less human, more machine, Africa's first robots. Before the shootings in America, there was Chibok. We learned first how to scream at empty classrooms, feeling helpless when it's guns against kids with skin like night over the years. Many of these angels went back to God, slept 6 feet beneath salvation. Some saw salvation. We have made them a part of our history, embalmed them in stone, speak of them in past tense as though those 96 angels left will never fly again. Their mothers are empty shells of hope, petrified, waiting. The first time I encountered racism, I was 8. The man in front of me was big, his face contorted in hate. This is how I was taught it would be. What I did not expect to see was that he would look like me. Skin, black like coal, black like hate crimes, do not always come in juice box teenage white girls spitting on you. They also come in brute force boxes of black men who can't pronounce the word kinsman without cutting off their tongue here. We've held on to slavery like it was the last shred of our identity. Yes, the ocean is a blanket of muffled screams of my brethren. Yes, they watered the West with their blood dripping from whip cans I can never forget. But now, my brothers killed their brothers for being a different tribe, religion, color, country than them. Racism is the name of a family tree. Its younger brothers, tribalism and colorism, uncles, xenophobia and Afrophobia, sit around a dinner table eating up our unity. We self-righteously shout, "Black Lives Matter," in protest, like we are any different. Do Black lives only matter when they are across the sea? Too far away to tell what their tribe, color, country is. We are pots, calling kettles black, as if fire differentiates one from the other. The racist white man calls you a nigger and doesn't care where in Africa you're from. Some days. I wonder what those fallen angels tell the children they were forced to bear. Does the sound of bullets suffice as lullabies? Did they ever try to smother their babies with something a little stronger than love? Thought maybe God gave these black bodies so we could blend into the earth, an extension of our skin, holding us when nothing else will. It has held too many of my people in graves too shallow to give the illusion of a mother's embrace when I step. I'm not sure which part is land and which part is a body. I don't want to fight with Ghanaians over whose jollof rice is better. I want them to help us answer why we wield the executioner's axe upon our own heads. Want us to talk to the sibling countries who are visa-free for white men, like courtesans with legs spread wide open, but slap travel restriction handcuffs on other Africans just seeking refuge. The burden on this black skin is the weight of the world, and I don't want to be Atlas. Black Panther couldn't save this version of Wakanda. I want those 96 angels left to go home and not die as a folk tale we struggle to remember, tasting freedom only when they move from lips to ears. I want Africa to stop being the snake eating itself from its tail. Please, don't shoot. See? I look like you. See? I am your brother, too.
Thank you very much, Ms. Deborah Johnson, for that very beautiful, beautiful presentation. Indeed, it did capture the essence of life. Thank you very much. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take next the reading of citation. But before we do that, I will use this opportunity to invite on stage the recipient of the award to please come up, Professor Helen Habila. Can you please come up? Help me put your hands together and give him a round of applause. He is the recipient of the Achievement Award. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. At this point in time, we are going to take the reading of citation. It gives me great pleasure to invite this distinguished personality. He is the Secretary General of Pan-African Writers Association. Please help me put your hands together as I invite Dr. Wale Okindiro as he comes forward for the reading of citation. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Madam MC. Hello, Nabila. He was born in Kaltungo, Gombe State, Nigeria. He studied at the University of Jos in Nigeria and the University of East Anglia, UK. As a Chevening scholar, he is the author of 4 novels, Waiting for Angel, that was 2002, Measuring Time, 2007, Oil on Water, 2010, a young mixing environmental literary thriller, and the latest, Travelers, which was produced in 2019, which is about home, displacement, and the fortunes of African migrants in Europe. Habila's nonfiction book, The Chibok Girls, which was published in 2016, investigates the rise of Islamist militancy in Nigeria and the kidnapping of 279 schoolgirls by the Islamist terrorist group, Boko Haram. Abila's work has been translated into several languages. Helen Abila edited the Granta Book of the African Short Story in 2010, and the British Council Anthology NW14, the Anthology of New Writing in 2006, which he co-edited with the British author Lavinia Greenlaw. His other anthologies are Dreams, Miracles, and Jazz, 2006, which was co-edited with Khadija George, and Dreams at Dawn in 2012, comprising of short stories from writing workshops which he conducted in Nigeria between 2010 and 2013 with the Zimbabwe writer Sisi Danga Beranga and the Canadian writer Madeline Thien. Abila's writings have won many honors and awards. He won the Musical Society of Nigeria, that is Muzon, Poetry Award with his poems, Another Age and Lagos. His short story, Love Poems, received the prestigious King Prize for African Writing in 2001. Waiting for an Angel won the Commonwealth Writers' Prize for Best First Book, African Region. He was awarded the Emily Burch Prize for his short story, The Hotel Malogo, in 2008. And while Measuring Time was nominated for the Hosting Rights Legacy Award, the Dublin Impact Prize, and it won the Virginia Library Foundation Prize for Fiction in 2008. Oil on Water was nominated for many awards, including the Penn Open Book Award. That was a shortlist in 2013. Commonwealth Best Book, African Region, the shortlist was in 2012, and the Orion Book Award, which was shortlisted in 2013. In 2015, Ellen Habila received the Wyndham Campbell Prize for Fiction, awarded by Yale University. The critically acclaimed Travelers was shortlisted for the James Tate Black Memorial Prize for Fiction in 2019, and the Grand Prix of Literary Associations in 2019. Helen Abila was the first Chinua Achebe Fellow at Bard College in New York in 2005. He was also a DAD Fellow in Berlin, Germany, from 2013 to 2014. He was a Atherton Residency Fellow in Le Como, Italy, in 2023. Currently, he is the curator in residence for the International Literary Festival in Berlin, Germany. Abila is on the board of African Writers Trust, an organization to promote African writers and writing. And he has been a contributing editor to the Virginia Quarterly Review since 2004. His essays, articles, reviews, and short stories have appeared in publications such as Granta, VQR, the UK Guardian, the New York Times, the New York Review of Books, the Wall Street Journal, AGNI, Guernica, Transition, Reportagon, among others. Ellen Abila is currently a professor of creative writing at George Mason University in Virginia, USA. He divides his time between Nigeria and the USA, where he lives with his family. Your Excellency, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present to you an international creative, a cerebral academic, and a very proud son of Northern Nigeria, Professor Ellen Abila, for the 2024 Kabafest Lifetime Achievement Award. Thank you.
Thank you.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, shall we please all rise as the governor makes this presentation to the recipient of this award. Thank you very much. Very brief photo session now. Thank you very much. You can please come forward for your acceptance, for your acceptance speech. Thank you.
So, thank you very much. And all protocols observed. Dr. Kejiran, thank you very much for that citation. I just found out like 1 hour ago that I had to give a speech. I didn't know. I just thought that they would just give me the award and I would just walk away. But it's such a great honor, a Lifetime Achievement Award. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. I feel so honored to stand here following in the footsteps of former winners like Zainab Alkali and the late Laboyari. Is such a big, big honor. Yesterday, a journalist asked me if I wasn't too young to be given a Lifetime Achievement Award. I told her, you don't measure achievement by age. By giving me this award, I like to think that the organizers have seen some value in the work I have done so far, and they are telling me to continue doing what I'm doing. And for that, I want to thank them. I know that organizing a festival is not easy, especially a festival of writers. It is like herding cats. We are notoriously antisocial and sometimes full of ourselves. It's not a criticism, it's just fact. So, Bookbus Foundation, thanks for all your help with arranging my trip and making sure I got here in comfort. But of course, the biggest acknowledgement goes to the Kaduna State government for sponsoring this event. Kabafest, I believe, was started by the last government, but this new government has the courage and the vision to continue with it. Yeah. I hope you'll continue to do that, because we need events like this. Our youth need a space to express themselves and to explore their immense creative talents. This country is famous for shutting up our youth and refusing to hear them. Forums like this give them a platform. And lastly, I want to say to the young writers, and the not so young, keep on writing. It is your duty to tell your own story. If you don't, others will tell it for you, and you may not like how they tell it. This has happened before. When the colonialists came and wrote our history, which were then taught back to us in our schools, the history they taught us sought to denigrate and belittle us. It took writers like Chinua Achebe to speak out in their novels and say that we Africans had culture and art and religion and civilization before the white man came. So the future is yours, and the stories you tell are what will shape your future starting from today. Remember what George Orwell said, quote, "He who controls the past controls the future. He who controls the present controls the past," unquote. In telling your stories, you are interpreting our country for us. You are illustrating our human condition. You are holding up a mirror in front of us and you're asking us to see things the way you see it. And that is important. Speaking out is not a privilege, it is a right. But know that being a writer, an artist, comes with a lot of responsibility. It is a responsibility, but it's also an honor. You have been given a talent. Use it well, use it wisely, don't waste it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Helen Habila, the recipient of the Lifetime Achievement Award. Can we one more time put our hands together and give him a round of applause? Indeed, history has been made today. At this point in time, we're going to take a short interlude, relax, as we invite DJ Cinch to please come up for a performance for us here. Please help me put your hands together as she does comes up.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, Your Excellency. My name is DJ Cinch. Okay, akwai yan arewa a nan kuwa? Okay, akwai youth a nan kuwa? To mu ba su jinja mana. If you're happy to be here, when I say Kaba, you say first, Kaba, Kaba. Let's go.
Yeah. Cincho.
You know some baby.
I love my baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love my baby.
Yeah. One time, say.
You know some baby. Baby. She's driving me crazy. Crazy. You know some baby. She's driving me crazy. Crazy. Inaso. Tanaso. Inaso. Tanaso. Inaso canza rayuwanki maganan gaskiya babu wanki bata ki da ƴaƴan banki kina so ma sai miki bankin ina son ki confirm kuma I'm your fan ke ce my concern idan babu ke babu Cincho confirm hey ki zo mu je na kosa a buga mana ma kosa akwai kudin ga bosa ba za ki hau kada ba akwai mota ki zo mu je na kosa a buga mana ma kosa akwai kudin ga bosa ba za ki hau kada ba akwai mota.
One time. Say.
She's driving me.
Thank you very much.
I love my baby.
Thank you very much, DJ Cinch. Indeed, we had an electrifying performance. Thank you very much. Wakan Canada Daddy, Kidin Canada Daddy. Thank you very much. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, we are making progress. And at this point in time, I have the honor of inviting the Honorable Commissioner for Internal Security to please come forward and give us his gratitude message. Help me put your hands together as I invite Honorable Samuel Arwan for the gratitude speech. Thank you very much, sir.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Kaduna State, Her Excellency, our mother, who is the brain behind the Kabafest, Architect Hadiza Isma Aerofai, Lola Shoneyin. Lola is an amazing Amazon who have been doing the coordination. Members of the Kaduna State Executive Council, senior government officials, distinguished participants and resource persons who are here. My job is very simple, is to welcome you to Kaduna and express our deep gratitude. And I also want you to know that we don't take your presence here in Kaduna for granted. When we look at the caliber of people that are here, from Ahmed Abubakar Adam, BC Ajapon, Abdul Basit Abubakar, Adu Ahmed Gidan Dabinu, Richard Alkali, and the famous Helen Habila. The last time I saw Helen Habila was 21 years ago at the British Council in Abuja, shortly before he moved to the United Kingdom, in particular the University of East Anglia. And I'm happy that we met today. Well, like you know, or like Shola explained, Kaduna has been a victim of so many misrepresentation. So I want to assure you that we have worked round the clock to ensure that you have a rewarding time in Kaduna. And I also want to double assure you that we are working around the clock, whatever that it will take, or whatever that it will take us to ensure that you have a rewarding time in Kaduna. We are working around the clock, and by the special grace of God, everything will go well with you. As a point of conclusion, I want to assure you that our doors, our doors are wide open. At any point in time that you need us, as far as your safety is concerned, please do not hesitate. We are just a phone call away from you. We will respond appropriately. At this point, I also want to express our deep gratitude to a section of the media, or the media in general, who have also helped us as far as this campaign is concerned. It is our firm belief that you will come here next. Like the military will say, at every passing out parade, there's a song that is sung to welcome cadets into the military. It is said, until we meet again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the highlight of today's occasion. But before we go ahead, I would like to invite the members of the press, please do come forward and take position. Very quickly, let's do that. If you're a member of the press, do take a very comfortable position very quickly before His Excellency comes up. Thank you. Let's do that very, very quickly. Very quickly, let's do that. Thank you. Position yourself very well so that you'll be able to get a good view. Thank you very much. Let's be snappy about that. Okay now. Are we do very quickly? Let's get this together. Let's get this done well. Let's do this very quickly. Okay, please do adjust very well so that you do not block the view of the recording as well. All the electric wires should also be kept tucked in properly.
Tight this one very well.
Let's be snappy about it. Okay. All cameramen should please take proper position so that you do not block. Set your camera very well and then take position, please. Thank you. Are we done? Are we okay now? We're okay now?
Are you okay?
Okay, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, we have come to the highlight of today's occasion. And we have also come to the pinnacle moment, which is inviting of His Excellency to come up. I am deeply privileged and I have the honor to do this. Please, can I crave our indulgence to all rise as we make welcome His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kaduna State, the distinguished Senator Ubasani, as he comes forward for his remark. Thank you very much.
Look, Abisha, just. Okay, we will sit here, please. Her Excellency, my dear sister, Hajia Hadiza Erfai, the founder of Kaduna Book and Art Festival, members of Kaduna State Executive Council here present, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is with immense pleasure and a sense of pride that I welcome you to the 5th edition of Kaduna Book and Arts Festival, Kabafest, a gathering of literary enthusiasts, publishers, authors, readers, booksellers, and other stakeholders in the book ecosystem in Nigeria and beyond. I commend the organizers of Kabafest for sustaining this event, which attracts acclaimed authors, audacious artists, creative musicians, and tantalizing thinkers who enrich our cultural landscape and challenge us all to broaden our horizons. In the 5 years of its existence, Kabafest has evolved into a beacon of cultural excellence and intellectual exchange, assembling talents from across Kaduna State, northern Nigeria, and beyond. I want to pay special tribute to my dear sister, the cerebral, versatile, and resourceful author, Her Excellency Hadiza Erfai, for her remarkable and inspiring efforts, not just as a founder of Kabafest, but also as someone that has sustained and driven its activities for the last 5 years. Her salutary effort has in no small measure contributed to the advancement of Nigerians' education, and in particular, the revival of reading culture. At a personal level, I wish to express my gratitude to Her Excellency for undertaking to work on a book detailing my formative years, family life, career, business, years of activism, and foray into politics. I want to thank you for that. This edition of Kabafest promises to be memorable and engaging, continuing with the tradition of books, chats, panel discussions, and exploring the evocative rings of film and poetry. The festival also promises to be a feast of international delicacies and our own local, much-loved drinks and snacks. Going by the enthusiasm and the commitment of Kaduna State residents, it is clear that Kabafest is not just a festival. It has become a movement towards the establishment of a sustainable ecosystem for arts, providing young people with a platform where culture and commerce intersect fruitfully. Our administration has prioritized education because it is a leveler, a tool for mental and economic liberation. We are frontally tackling the key challenges in the educational sector in Kaduna State in 6 ways: improving access, building and rehabilitating education infrastructure, to enhance conducive learning environment, building capacity of teachers, harnessing the capacity of ICT to improve access, quality and management of education, prioritizing girl-child education, and strengthening security in the state. Our approach is in line with the Sustainable Development Goal 4. ensure inclusive and equitable quality education, and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. We are currently building vocational and technology skills, city, Irigachukun, Samarum Katab, and Soba local governments. We want our citizens to have the requisite skills to fill position in business concerns we have attracted to the states. We slashed the fees in our tertiary institution to lessen the burden on parents and ensure that our children continue with their education uninterrupted. We are massively rehabilitating and constructing classrooms in primary and secondary school across the state. We are raising the quality of our teachers through sustained training and retraining. In partnership with Google, I am glad to announce that we are training 5,000 women and girls in data science, artificial intelligence, and applied digital technology. Despite these different interventions in education by the government, access to quality education and provision of infrastructure have remained a key challenge of the education sector in northern Nigeria. In Kaduna State, it is estimated that about 524,670 children between the ages of 6 and 11 are out of school. This is unacceptable, and as a government, we are doing everything within our power to reverse this negative trend. To address the issues of out-of-school children in Kaduna State and improve general education infrastructure, our administration is currently implementing a massive project tagged Reaching Out-of-School Children. The project will increase access to learning opportunities, improve enrollment, and ensure active participation and completion of quality primary and secondary education by all children, particularly children with disability, girls, and adolescents. We are implementing this initiative with our international partners, the Kuwait Fund for Arab Economic Development, Islamic Development Bank, World Bank, Global Partnership for Education, Education Above All, and Save the Children Fund. We have made provision for 100 students to take advantage of the Kaduna State Book Grant, which offers them the opportunity to spend 20,000 on books in the festival bookshop. Also, our administration is investing in upgrading and upscaling both physical and e-libraries across the state. This we believe will create an enabling environment for reading and learning. Kabafest remains the only state-funded festival in Nigeria, if not in sub-Saharan Africa. As a state government, we are proud to be the major partners in this great initiative. Kabafest can always count on our commitment. Our doors will always be open for projects that will improve inclusive development in our state. I wish to extend our special gratitude to publisher, the Alternative Bank, and OSIWA. Let us make this year's event a stimulating and memorable experience. At this juncture, I would like, before I conclude my own remarks, to assure everyone here that we will continue to sponsor Kabafest in Kaduna State. So you enjoy your stay in Kaduna. I will look forward to seeing you next year by the grace of God. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, sir. His Excellency is going to do the official opening of this Kabafest 2024 officially by performing the ceremony. Now, officially launch this. Press, please take your position. Very quickly, press, take your position. While the rest of us will remain here, His Excellency and other dignitaries will do this official launch. Kabafest officially 2024. Thank you very much. Let's put our hands together and give a round of applause for an amazing ceremony celebration. DJ Cinch, please get ready. You are going to come back up, and the rest of us here will be thrilled and entertained by DJ Cinch, while His Excellency will do the opening ceremony right outside. Thank you very much.
The mic, sorry.
In the name of Allah, the most beneficial, the most merciful, I, Senator Obasan, the God of Kaduna State, wish to officially open Kabafest, the 5th edition 2024, for the benefit of the people of Kaduna State, the North, and humanity in general. Thank you very much.
His Excellency will now be led to the book stands, where he will be shown all the books, and there will be a showcase there of all the books that are available today. Thank you very much. Please, let's all be seated here and enjoy the rest of the ceremony. DJ Cinch, I'll hand over to you now. Please get ready. You can come up stage now.